It's been 3 months since I did a review. 3 long, horrible months in reviewer limbo. But I finally came back. Back and better than ever. And slightly more sane. I hope. Nothing could go wrong right now.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
Rosebud,
That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say?
It was a couch. It was more than a couch. It's Rosebud. And Rosebud is my couch. And I demand vengeance! You know it's just a couch, right? You just reassemble it. And besides, you don't really have anything to go on Michael Bay besides a little note. And you still have to review Man with a Golden Gun. Vengeance? Review show. You've been gone in reviewer limbo for 3 months. You have to review it, or they'll put you right back. Yes, sir. I'll review Man with a Golden Gun, as long as it keeps me away from reviewer limbo. But so long as I get to review the Transformers movies, all 2 of them. Didn't you know there are 3 of them now? What?
Second to none, the man with the golden gun.
Hello and welcome to Gentleman Gloves Variety Review Show. Now today's review is a terrible Roger Moore James Bond flick, Man with the Golden Gun. Now, there's deep symbolism. And when I mean deep symbolism, it's phallic. Now besides all that and the obvious title joke, this movie has moments of brilliant psychedelic imagery and twisted plot convenience. But it's hampered down by tons of exposition, unimportant characters, and just, why don't they utilize Christopher Lee more? I love Christopher Lee, mostly because he steals the show from Roger Moore. With his sheer intimidation factor, his charisma. The thing about Roger Moore is, although he's meant to be the first James Bond actor, he just doesn't pull it off like Sean Connery, or anyone ever since. You have to have a certain amount of weight and charm. But the thing about this movie is, it can't really pull it off with Roger Moore's limited abilities. I'll give you an example. He could be charming, and then he goes to charming. Then he goes to, can he do anything else? Then there's, well, how you say? The thing about James Bond movies are, they're shaped by, popular movies at the time. Like Smokey and the Bandit. Oh God, Smokey and the Bandit. Now I'll continue to talk about the magnificence of Christopher Lee and his third mighty nipple. Like I said earlier when I first talked about this movie, I like Christopher Lee's role in it. It's the only thing making this movie one iota bearable. But the thing is, what really sinks this movie is Roger Moore. I just can't see him as James Bond. I know it's unfair to say that since there have been different Bonds, and as such. But the thing is, when you have Roger Moore delivering 90% of the exposition, and if you don't give Christopher Lee enough screen time and fully utilize his charisma, then you're not doing him very well as a villain. I'm just thinking, he's the only one that actually seems to give a damn along with the butler. Everyone else just seems to be going through the motions. And by God, this whole movie is one giant dick joke. Oh, and many other sex jokes, because, they have to be subtle. That's right. According to Man with the Golden Gun, Christopher Lee has to sleep with a woman before he can kill someone. which means Stardust.
Gift of the gun. The gun is good.
The gun is good!
The penis is evil.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell you this, but it's been one hell of a terrible ride. All 2 hours and 2 minutes. Yes, 2 hours and 2 god-awful minutes. This movie is freaking long. It doesn't have any plots that go anywhere. There's kung fu fighting, but doesn't really add anything, besides the fact that it's saying, hey, we're shooting this in Hong Kong. Or, hey, this might be Malaysia. And by God, in my notes, I've written down at least 3 times this movie's way too long. As I said earlier, this could have been a good film, but it's hampered by poor writing and poor implementation, and needless comedy relief and needless action sequences, and plot threads that don't really add up to anything.